So, for many of you who don't know about my journey, it's been 13 states and 13 years, and a lot of great trainers along the way that I've learned from. A lot of massage therapists, nutritionalists. My experience has been one where if I didn't understand something, I've been lucky enough to have people that would explain it to me or teach me or give me the right tools or feed me a book here or there that they think could benefit me. And most of the time, I wasn't ignorant enough to admit that I didn't know everything. I mean, at least I was smart enough to admit that I didn't know everything along the way. And I think that's really what I'm trying to convey to everyone here, is that as we're learning to link different parts of our body through different postures, through different kinetic abilities, we're working with energies. And energies are important to us because they teach us that we're a kinetic a current that flows through our body, and that we can carry electricity, but sometimes electricity can get blocked in our body and create a mix of signals in the brain. Michelangelo, drew the arm reaching to God like this because many see this side of the body as being the male energy that comes in and receives the light of God or the sun energy, versus which would be the downward energy right here of the earth and the moon. So many would say that this was the true balance of chi, when the body has one up and one down, when the body can move and touch every single part of the body on the top, and move and touch every single body on the body part on the bottom. Through distal energies, we learn they're equal. It's about finding these energies in the body and learning that if our body's energies aren't flowing right, first of all, there are some people that can read your energy. There are some people that can know, through your energy what your thoughts are and manipulate you. There are people out there that can tell when you're lying. There are people out there that know when you're comfortable in your skin. There are people out there that can see when you're upset. Learning how to read emotions through intelligence of the body and awareness of kinesthetics is important for us to move forward in our society, because without seeing that somebody's emotionally hurt on the inside, we might not ever reach that person. We might not ever open their soul to the bright light that that could be a brighter day, a better day, every day of their life. We get caught in different patterns. So teaching people how to see a new beginning every day, and that every moment is a now, and that every now is the ability to change who we were, we can really change through one step to the next step to the next step, and we can climb higher and higher and higher until, we speak our truth, we see our truth, and we know our truth, which is the soul. And, those are our truths. They're nobody else's truths. Through the Kabbalah, through the Christian study of the Bible, through every study that there is out there about what it means to become spiritual, we learn that it's our journey to become centered and to become strong and stable and rooted in who we are. And for most of the other people out there, when they're energy is affecting us, it's a reflection of who they are. And you hear time and time again through psychology, sociology, anything that's really affecting us through our mental clarity is brainwashing us or controlling us through mind control. It could be colors, it could be tones of voices, it could be sensitivities to frequencies in the music or in people's voices. Men and women focus on two different frequency levels. It's a totally different frequency. So if you can't hear your wife's frequency and the wife can't hear your frequency, you're going to have a problem communicating. But if one can hear the other's frequency and start to empathize or understand where that person's coming through their energy, then you can start to feel things a little differently. In the old days, men would leave the village when the women would go through the menstrual cycle, because it would be, a bloody mess. No, I'm just kidding. It would be a crazy time for the alpha female, because the alpha female would control the menstrual cycles of all the other women in her group. That way, she knew what was going on with every female intuitively through the rhythm of the moon. If some woman came into the circle and her rhythm was off in the cycle, whether it was a full moon or, no moon, or how her cycle worked, the woman would feel her energy, and there would be a battle of energies in the camp. And many men would stay out of this. They would not get involved in a woman's energy because they understand that a woman's energy is very powerful, and it would be stupid to get in between two women. But the alpha male is a little different. The alpha male would go to a camp, or go hunting on the moonlight, and would leave camp, and with all the other males, would go to learn how to synchronize their energies together, would learn how to hunt, would learn how to become quiet around the campfire, would learn to, create rhythm in their body, through beating of drums, through dancing, through habitual ceremonies, through the peace pipe, whatever be it, men went one way, women went the other way, then they learned to come back together. Today's society doesn't treat, women and men with separate energies. It tries to fit them into the same box. That's not true. We have different energies, and they complement each other. And inside each of us is a male energy and a female energy. And for those men who don't want to admit that being sensitive and emotional and intelligent to be able to understand a woman's emotions and sensitivities, most men wouldn't, admit to having to weaken their ego by, sissifying themselves. But really what you're trying to do is just empathize and not sissify. Understand who your wife is, understand who your girlfriend is, understand who your mother was, but also understand who your father is. Understand, how the discipline comes through learning to become a winner, and learning, how to see the difference between winning and losing in the ego here, and then learning to be the warrior who finds the pride and something that is worth fighting for life. There's a big difference. A lot of guys go through life thinking they need to be better than somebody else, when really, they're just fading away on the inside because they never learned how to feel who they really were. And we're all here to be perfect in our own perfect ways. We're all brought here to become, something better than we were yesterday. It's just a matter of finding the energy inside of us to say, I can change, or I can do this. No personal trainer is going to fix your life unless you decide to fix your life first, because you have to change your energy. You have to start to love yourself from the inside. You have to give up on, those oppressive energies that are around you, and you have to say, what, I've had enough. You have to say, I want my life back. I want to feel, to be able to, touch my back, wash my back, squeeze some certain muscles in my body, strengthen and articulate my spine. Those are goals. Those are realistic goals for somebody who might have been lost upon their journey, where they created tension in their body through, hypertension, always tight, always worried about the future, tensing up, or somebody who, is going to tell you how it is and be real stern with you and look down upon you. Those energies aren't going to help us become better people. I talk all the time about TED TV and about people on YouTube to my friends, because they're actually starting to say what they think will help society, rather than just complaining about society. And that's a big energy difference. There's a time for change, there's a time for complaining, and we're pretty much over the time of complaining. We realize that some people know and some people don't. That there are faulty, advertising all over the place. That pharmaceuticals and the inside of supermarkets were put there as a trap. That if we were to become dependent upon something else to give us the nutrients, we would then in turn lose our body's energetic codes, rather than learning how to balance our blood sugar, feel our energy kinetically, know when we're in center, when we're not, when we have too much water in our body, when we don't, when we have high blood sugar, when we're hypoglycemic, when we, when we have, those tendencies to lean to one side, or, we go to the bathroom on one side and shift our pelvis and create hemorrhoids through breathing wrong. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we're doing that we don't understand we're doing. So I'm hoping that the segment of 5 videos that I've done have started to bring some light to what personal training is what it's getting to be in the field, how we're reading energy and learning how to connect with the body better, smarter and more efficiently. I hope also in a way this helps everybody to learn that, they can feel more comfortable naked. I mean, I'm not trying to bring the loincloth back just yet, but I think eventually we'll get to the point where we're all going to feel a little more comfortable in our bodies because we have the tools and the education, whereas years ago we didn't. And, it's not the old way of the gym anymore. It's the way of the brain and the body and the mind and the spirit, So connecting all three, mind, body, and soul, now is the next level. So be soulful in whatever you do, be true to who you are, and strong in your integrity through your core, your balance, your strength, but also be able to let go and not hold on to the outcome of situations, not hold on to the tension of the moment, but realize that everything happens for a reason, and you're going to be stronger one way or the other. So, find your center, enjoy your day.